Let's make another Pinoy favorite bread. It's called Spanish bread. Let's get started. For the dough, you need 1 tablespoon instant dry yeast, 1 cup water, 1 whole egg, 3/4 teaspoon salt, 1/3 cup sugar, 2 tablespoons full cream powdered milk, 1/4 cup vegetable oil, 1/4 cup shortening, 1/2 kilo all-purpose or bread flour. For the filling of the Spanish bread, you need 1/2 cup of sugar, 1/2 cup of margarine, 1/3 cup of flour. You also need breadcrumbs for coating. For the Spanish bread dough, I have here water, instant dry yeast. If you're using instant yeast, you don't have to wait for 15 minutes. After you put the yeast, you stir it. You can see bubbles or small activity. It means the yeast is active. Alright, then we add in egg. We add in sugar. We add in powdered milk. If you don't have powdered milk, instead of water, you can use full cream milk. Or any full cream milk or whole milk. If you use evaporated milk, please dilute it. Okay? And then you mix this. And then we add in bread or all-purpose flour, and then salt. Don't add the salt directly to the yeast because you will slow down the activity of the yeast. Okay, you mix this for 1 minute, 1 or 2 minutes until the dough forms or until the liquid picks up the flour before you add in the oil and the shortening. Instead of shortening, you can use butter, you can use margarine also. Every time you make a dough, please remember that water is variable. Sometimes we need to add a little bit more water. Sometimes we need to add a little bit more flour. Here you can see that the dough picked up the flour. You can't see the flour on the sides anymore. Okay, that is what you mean by it. The dough picked up the flour. Okay, we're going to add in now the oil. I have here vegetable oil, and then we have shortening. As I said, you can use butter, you can use margarine. And then we mix this for about 6 to 8 minutes until we get the window pane, which we will do later. When you make a dough, always check the window pane, alright? So, you get a small amount of dough and slowly stretch it with your fingers. See? Stretch it slowly. Don't pull it. Stretch it slowly until, see? You can see the tip of your fingers. Then you know that you have mixed it enough, that you have developed the gluten. Alright? Okay? So this is the test for all doughs. Yeast doughs. Okay? And then, what we're going to do next is, you prepare a bowl with a little oil. Alright? And then, we will let this rise for about 1 hour or 45 minutes. Depends on how warm it is. The warmer it is, the faster it will rise. Okay? So you form it into a smooth ball. Put it down like this and turn it over, so now you have oil on top. Alright? And then we cover this with plastic, or if you don't want to use plastic, you can use a damp towel. Put this in a warm place. The reason we keep this covered is we don't want the skin, we don't want to form a skin which is dry. So we keep our dough always smooth. Okay? Filling for the Spanish bread, I have margarine. Buy the non-refrigerated margarine. And then you have sugar. If you want to make the special Spanish bread, you don't put the flour. You only put sugar and margarine. The purpose of the flour is to hold the sugar and the margarine, because if it's just sugar and margarine, what happens when you bake it? When it's heated, the margarine melts, and so with the sugar. So you can taste it, but you cannot see the filling. And you know, if you sell, they want to be able to see the filling. That's why we add flour to hold the margarine and the sugar so that they will not melt and dissolve when you bake it, okay? And then let's add in our flour, okay? Then you mix this. This is how the filling will look like now, right? Remember I mentioned to you earlier that without the flour, once you bake this, you can't see the margarine and the sugar anymore, but with the flour, you will still be able to see it, okay? But the more special Spanish bread is they don't put flour. Okay, we set this aside while we wait for the dough to rise. Here is our Spanish bread dough. It has doubled in size too. Poke your finger in. If the indentation stays, then it means that the dough has risen enough. Okay? Then we will divide this into, depends on what size. I usually do 60, 50, 60. I'll do 60 now. If you don't have a weighing scale and you're making this at home, you can just eyeball it. After you divide, you form it into a smooth ball like this. Okay. Or you do it this way. You rub it against the board or against the table. What your goal is to get a smooth top. Let's prepare our breadcrumbs, and this is our filling. Okay. You roll it this way, like this. Roll it into a rectangular shape. Okay, depends on how much filling you want to put in, okay? And then fold the sides to enclose the filling, and then roll. Okay, make sure you pinch the ends. Roll it in. Breadcrumbs. Okay, I like them a little bit longer. And make sure the tuck end should be in the bottom. Not like that. Not like this, because sometimes it will open. It should always be in the bottom. Alright? Okay. So next, you put in palaman. And then, see? Bring it here to enclose the filling. And then, okay, we will elongate this, roll it in, breadcrumbs. Let's continue with the rest. Here's our Spanish bread. We will let this rise for about 30 to 45 minutes or until it's double in size before we bake. Alright? I have many recipes to share with you. If you're interested, please like, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you can be alerted when a new video is uploaded. I think our Spanish bread is ready. Here. Oops. Here. See? This is what I told you about the addition of the flour in the filling. If there is no flour, you will see all the filling, all the margarine, the sugar oozing out. But this one, the tray is clean because of the addition of flour. And the bottom is brown and nice. So let's cool this.